Ba-dum-bum-bum. Hello, everybody. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how we launch new courses from scratch. New courses, new memberships, new stuff from scratch. And the reason we do it this way is we want to, let's write with some yellow here. So we always want to minimize risk, right? And so the way that we'll minimize risk is we want to minimize the amount of money that we put in advance. I'd like it to be zero. We want to minimize the amount of time that we put in advance, and then we want to pre-validate. So we want to make sure that it'll be successful before we put in all this work. And so a lot of this work is around minimizing the risk, pre-validating, and then we're going to talk about JIT, which stands for just-in-time manufacturing, or this is building. So these are kind of the framework that we want to use for when we launch something new, and I'll kind of go through why. So first, let's talk about build this first. So this is kind of the machinery that you want before you launch anything. So this is before you build your course. This is before you map it out. This is before everything. And so there's a couple components here. First, you're going to want your waiting list, right? And so this is just something where people can go here and they can opt in, and then they can get an email that is a welcome email, right? So first thing you want to do is you want to build a waiting list page like this. We use Kajabi for our business. There's other softwares too. Sarah uses Kartra. I recommend Kajabi, so we'll just talk about Kajabi for now. But mechanically, you just need to be able to collect an email, right? And then send them a welcome email. The welcome email is going to cover three things. So this is another thing that you're going to have to do that we're going to build at the beginning before we launch a welcome email. The welcome email is going to say all the W's, right? So who, what, when, where, why. And so say that you're launching a membership on an Airbnb course. Actually, we have two people that are about to launch Airbnb courses. And so the who, what, when, where, why would be, who, well, let's say it's like Austin or DJ. We'll say Austin. Well, Austin. So it would say who Austin is, why he's credible, right? So about him. And then what's he doing? He's doing a Airbnb course, right? And then when is it available? Well, it's going to be available on like February 1st. Say this is before February 1st. Say that we're in January. Where it's going to be, you could actually say like this could be a link, and this link could actually be this other page up there, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And then why? And then why is sort of the offer, the value of the thing that you're doing. So so you want to understand that's the sell, but these are the main components. You want to get all the W's in your welcome email, right? So once you have this waiting list page built, then you're going to create the welcome email. And then so when people opt in to this waiting list, they will get this information. And they, so that's the next part. And then the third thing that you want to build is this thank you page, right? And so this says special offer at the top here. And then this is going to be a video, which will be your promo video, which we will talk about in a second. This is a button, and these are this is what we'll call testimonials, right? And if you don't have those, don't worry. But if you do have them, that's where they would go. So what happens now, again, this is before your course is started, right? Because we're pre-validating. So waiting list page, people opt in, and then the thank you page, they're going to get sent over to this page. And this page will have a special offer for them to pre-sell your thing. So they'll get access to it. They won't get access. They'll give you money before it's built, and they'll get access to it when it opens up on the start date, right? So then, and that would be really good, because imagine if somebody goes on your waiting list here, and then they go over here to your thank you page, and they see your promo video, which explains the thing that you're selling, and then they buy it. Well, that's great. That means you already have money in your pocket, and you know that people want it. It's a really good sign, and you haven't gone through the work of building the course out yet. And don't worry, as long as you can deliver on the course, there's lots of different ways to add value and just to be in integrity. There's a million different ways to do it when you pre-sell something. But getting a pre-sale is really powerful, because then it's validated the whole process. So all of this is allowed validating. So this is the machinery that we want to build first. So you have your waiting list, right? You have your welcome email. you have your thank you page, and then you have like, this is going to be your buy button, that red button. That red button is going to send them to the purchase page, and then this is where they buy. And then you need your promo video. So let's talk about this part, the promo video. All right, so promo video, so we've used this script a lot. This is for it's a basic structure. So we like to aim for between 90 and 120 seconds for these videos. And then this is the framework: intro, credibility statement, benefits, course components or membership components or retreat components. It does not matter what you're selling, components of the thing, ideal student, the not who's the ideal student, and thank you, and a call to action. And so this is basically the framework. And so one of the things to think about is typically the more expensive, the higher the price point, right? So as the price point goes up, then the length of your promo video will go up in lots of cases. And so it's not always the case, but it can be the case. But again, we aim for about 90 to 120 seconds. So what would this look like? Intro, credibility statement. So, hi, my name's Leland. That's my name. Intro, credibility statement. I'm the sales and marketing manager for Sarah Breath Yoga, who has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. And yeah, I mean, depending on what I'm selling, it might be, something a little bit different. If I'm selling a YouTube course, that's plenty. I'm the sales and marketing director for Sarah Breath Yoga, who has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. And so that would cover that, right? If you're like a fitness instructor, or you're doing rehab, or you're doing real estate, hey, my name's Austin Linney. I have personally managed over 1,000, Airbnbs throughout my history, or I've built out X number of Airbnbs, or credibility statement about why you are credible at selling an Airbnb course. Or, in real estate, it's like, hey, I'm Leland. I've sold over 100 wholesale properties, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to create wholesale success as well, right? So that it's really short, one sentence, but introduction, your name, and then like one sentence or two sentences of your most credible statements for the thing that you're selling. Next, you're going to tell them about the benefits of the course, just the benefits. So if you're doing an Airbnb course, then it might be, hey, we're going to tell you how to find the property, buy the property, price it out in advance, get property managers. Those are all sort of like benefits or features, right? There's lots of different ways to do that. There's a nuance to benefits and features, but you want to be talking about the outcomes that people get in the course, right? Not the mechanics of the course. So in an Airbnb course, a good benefit could be, I would give you all of my systems so you could manage, 10 or more properties on your own, right? 10 or more properties that would generate $10,000 in cash flow on your own. Some outcome, the benefit, not the features. I've talked with lots of people about that. So like there's some really big nuances here, but benefits, outcomes in that section. And then the course components is next. And so, depending on how you're structuring your course, when you join the Airbnb Mastermind, you get access to, for 1 year, and to these video trainings and weekly calls. And here's what you get. Here are the mechanics of it. The course components are more of the features. If you're familiar with features versus benefit statements, typically those two things go together. But so benefits are going to be outcomes first, and the course components are going to be kind of the less sexy, but that's explaining what they get. You get a Facebook group, you get a course, you get access to a membership, you get 50%, whatever it is. And then your ideal student. So, if you're, so the ideal student for an Airbnb course, depending on what you're doing, like the ideal student might be like, they already need to have a property in order to take your course. Like they need to have a property that they know they can Airbnb, or they can be perfect if they don't have any properties, right? It depends on what you're selling for the ideal student. You don't want to be selling to everybody because you want to be both qualifying and disqualifying at the same time. This course is not right for you if you don't have a house that's ready to do Airbnb. This course is right for you if you have a house and you want to maximize the occupancy and maximize the per night value, right? So it's very important that you both want to be inclusive and disqualifying in your statements. So who is your ideal student? So for Mitchell, or for somebody who's doing health, it's, what level are you working with? This training is ideal for you if you're looking to be a world-class athlete and in the top 1% of all fitness performers in the world, right? Or this course is right for you if you're looking to regain your mobility, your baseline, and just move, get back to how you were moving when you were younger, right? So, so you want to be very clear about who you're talking to and what you are and who you're not talking to. And you might suck at it the first time. Well, you probably will, and it'll get better and you can change it, right? This is just the first version. So figure out who your ideal student is, and then thank you, and then call to action. So, thanks if you are looking for, or I'm looking forward to working with you in the video. Click the first link below. I always like to say that. Click the first link below this video, that red link. And then I look forward to seeing you in the membership, or I look forward to seeing you at the retreats, or I look forward to seeing you, right? So this is the basic process. Introduction, why are you credible? What are the benefits that they get when they join, right? It's all about them. What are the course components? So like, how does it actually work? Who is this right for? Who is this not right for? And then thank you, call to action. And aim for about, 90 to 120 seconds. It can even be, let's just say 90 to 120 seconds. And if you suck on camera, then you can do lots of B-roll. So if you don't know A-roll, B-roll, A-roll is talking head. So like, if you don't like being on camera, some people don't like being on camera. So A-roll is like you talking and camera rolling. And then B-roll is like, let's say, this is supposed to be like a pyramid, right? Like a picture. And then as that video is going, you're basically doing a voiceover. And so what's nice about B-roll is you can have a whole video of B-roll and then just do a little bit of A-roll at the beginning and the end if you don't like being on camera. Some people aren't super good on camera, and some people are really good on camera. And so, play to your strengths, but that's A-roll, B-roll. So your promo video can be, A-roll here, and then mostly B, right? Yeah, makes sense. Cool. So let's go to pre-sell. So when you pre-sell, you want to pick a launch date. So assuming you have all this stuff, right? So then we're here, we have our waiting list, we have our welcome email, we have the thank you page, we have the promo video, we have a place that people can buy. And don't worry, when they buy, they don't need to get the course yet. So they'll get the course. Well, we're going to decide that right now. Let's say that they're going to get the course 1 month out, right? So we're going to promote for 1 month before, and then we're launching, right? So you're going to count down to that, and then you're going to pre-sell, right? So when you count down, let's say that the course is going to be available on 2/1. So we're going to start promoting this on 1/1, right? And this is our waiting list. So, we're going to use our social media, we're going to email our friends, YouTube or Facebook, right? We're just driving traffic to this page, Instagram, right? All those posts, this link will be in your bio. You're just going to talk about it, hype it up, maybe get some friends who have email lists, talk to some partners. This isn't working. There we go. Partner email list, like you can get lots of people, but have as many people as you can drive to that email list, because you want lots of people on this email list down here. Like that's the best case scenario for a good launch. So once you have your launch date, right, you're doing your launch date, you're doing countdowns, right? And then if you want, you can do like the 7 days until method as you approach that actual launch date, right? Those last 7 days. And then you want to allow people to pre-sell. To pre-sell. So as these people come in and they get on a waiting list, you want to have an offer so they can actually buy it. And then what we like to do, is that as you approach the launch date, like so say this is the launch date and these are days, tick, 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 tick. This countdown, we usually offer 50% off. Remember, price is just a story too. We usually offer 50% off until we launch date, right? So as people are coming in here, then this button would say 50% off, and then this, says special offer. And so then as people get in here, there's a chance that they're incentivized to buy early. And as you approach launch date, right, you can email out this list, right, all these people, and say, hey, like time's running out, you're going to lose your discount, don't pay more than you need to. You need that sense of urgency to get people to buy. So then, yes, so best case scenario, you get some pre-sales before they buy. And here's what's cool. If you get to this point and not many people are on your list, that will tell you that it's not a good offer. And if nobody's bought, that will tell you that it's not a good offer, or that your video sucks, or that, so all that stuff's good. It helps you refine the idea. And you just want to constantly be refining. So if you don't make it, nobody knows if you fail, right? Because everything is getting done in email, so don't worry about it. Offers go blank all the time, and then tweak 1 or 2 words and they can explode. So, but that's why we do it this way, because now look at, we're this far into it, and we've minimized lots of risk, and we've pre-validated the offer, or we have, or the offer's failed, and then we can retool and start again. And so we'll talk about building it out here in a second. All right, pre-sale, good. So say that things go well and we decide that we are going to launch it, because we don't have to. We can always just give people their money back and say like, hey, we didn't get enough people for the course, or hey, here's a refund. We're not doing it. I mean, it's it would be fine if you don't do it. So cool. So say you go forward with the launch, right? So what content do you need? So like say this is your course right here, course or membership, but like what's in it, right? So right now it's blank, there's nothing in it. So let's say that you're going to build like a 5-week course or a 6-week course, and that's what this looks like. This is your 6-week complete course, right? So right here you're pre-selling, right? And then as you approach launch date, you want week 1 completed, right? Check. This one has to be done, right? And you want to be working on week 2 or week 3, but you don't want to go much further than that, right? And here's why. When you build out this course, the whole thing, if you build out this whole course before you start getting feedback from your customers, right? So you want them to watch it, and then you want them to like give you feedback. So, what do they think about it? And then from their feedback, you can actually tailor these other courses. And you can, because you might be going too fast or too slow, you might be missing things. And if you build all of this out in advance, the course might suck, it might be doing too much, and it's a lot of work. So instead, what you want to do is you want to have you want to be like 1 or 2 weeks ahead, and then you want to be flexible and build out a week ahead, a week ahead. And then once the course will be complete, as people come in, right, it's all done, but it's more fluid and it makes sense. It's a better fit for the audience. It's a better way to do it. We call it just in time. That's what JIT stands for. Yeah, just in time, JIT. It's a manufacturing term, so it's like drop shipping is if you know what drop shipping is, somebody orders it, then the manufacturer creates it right in time. So it's sort of the same thing, except after this is complete, it's evergreen, or it could be. So you pre-sell it first, week 1 is done, or the first week is done, so like homework, whatever they have, and then week 2 is either done or getting worked on, but you want to be just a little bit ahead, and then you want to get feedback. And then that relationship of feedback will help the course get better and better over time. And that's what allows you to be successful online. Like you want to keep making things better. What a lot of people do, and I've made this mistake, and don't do it. What a lot of people do is they complete the whole course first because they know best and they know all of the things they want to include, right? They're the expert, and that's true usually. But then this is a lot of work. And it's also usually not the best way to teach a lot of times. So you want to, if you don't have this relationship, the course will not be as good. And you want the course to be as few a video as possible, not as much as possible. And that's an important concept because courses are just way too long nowadays. So you want to be like, you want to get really good results with as few as video as possible. Right. So for pricing, one of the issues people run into is you need to create a sense of urgency all the time in order to get people to buy. And so you do 50% off until launch date, right? So launch date's right here. And then here you're sending out a couple emails, and you're saying, hey, the price is going up, right? So the last couple of days here, you're going to say price is going up, price is going up. That's going to get people to actually buy because they don't want to pay more, the 25% off. So then the early bird countdown, right? 50% off here, 25% off here. Now it's the early bird price. So as the early bird's going, right? And then after 1 week, this is 7 days, we're gonna do the same thing. All right, early bird's over, course is officially launched. It's gonna go up to the regular rate, 0% off, whatever you decide that is. Last chance to get the early bird. And so you'll see these sales spikes usually, right? So you'll see, some sales as you go, and then you'll see lots of sales here, usually, then slow, and like a little bump here, right? And that's usually how a launch will go up a little bit, and then. And so cool. And so yes, so this is how we do it. It's a general outline, right? 50% off, let's say change, right? So this is like 50% off before, 25, and then regular 0, right? And like that's how you create sense of urgency. And then from this point going forward, you got to get creative with different offers that are expiring, and yeah, you got to get creative going forward. But this is like how we kind of launch something from scratch. And so, and you can do that with you can do this with with a new membership, a new course, a retreat, it's the same thing. We've done it with tons of them. And so it's the principles, right? Waiting list, special offer, promo video, button to buy, place to buy, and then your W's, welcome email. Cool. And that should save people a lot of time instead of like building out a course in advance, because that takes tons of time to write out the course, to create the content, to edit the videos, to implement them to Kajabi. and you might do all that and nobody buys your course and you'll have crickets, and that's happened to me before. So I do not want it to happen to you guys. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. I know a couple of you guys are getting ready to launch some Airbnb courses. So hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a good day.